Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man. In today's video topic, I'm talking all about crystals that are relating to spiritual gifts, and a bunch of them too, because I've been doing these random video topics that you guys have really liked. And I don't know if it's because people have short attention spans. I don't know if that's the easiest way for people to learn crystals. I'm still learning why some of you like such quick videos, but I have no problem giving beautiful and quick videos on how you guys can learn crystals and energy. I am at the beach right now. I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm just going to be doing this with a hand. So the first crystal I'm going to dive into, and I might slow down a little bit in this video or just go at the pace that my intuition tells me to, but the first crystal that's really cool for opening your spiritual gifts is labradorite. So labradorite is a lot of people, this is labradorite right here if you don't know what labradorite is, but it's a stone people don't know what to really make of it. What does that mean? So basically with labradorite, a lot of people have a tough time feeling its energies, or they'll feel calm, or they'll feel confused as to what it's doing. It's basically helping you open your gifts. It's helping you astral travel. It's helping you lucid dream, especially spectrolite, which is just flashy labradorite, because flashy labradorite and non-flashy labradorite do have different energetic properties. You can also use flashy labradorite as a portal when it comes to scrying to your guides. So you can look into a flashy labradorite and you can see glimpses of the future. You can see sometimes winning lottery numbers. You can see a whole bunch more. Now when it comes to opening other spiritual gifts as well, sometimes other crystals are not even related to opening gifts, but they still open gifts. The next crystal I'm going to talk about is kind of off topic. Well, it's actually on topic, but it's off topic of any kind of spiritual gift opening stone, but it does help open your gifts. It's black tourmaline. And how does this do that? Well, if you have so much negative energy absorbed into your energy field to the point where you're blocked from your gifts and you are being sent attacks, you're closed up, you're holed up, you can't feel energy anymore, etc., then black tourmaline literally unblocks you. For people who have had the biggest spiritual awakening from me as the people who have gotten black tourmaline as a necklace, because it literally unblocks you to the point where you're able to tap into gifts now. You're not seeing any obstacles when it comes to communicating with guides, and you're just having a really good time when it comes to just accessing things that you should have been in life, but you really haven't been because you've been blocked off by other people's negative energy, and that's not your energy, so you don't really have to deal with it, and you'll get to focus more on your spiritual gifts and your spiritual awakening and just enjoy the more beautiful and fun aspects of life. So the next crystal I really feel like talking about, because it keeps popping in my mind, aquamarine. What? This is another crystal that's kind of like, I'll get to amethyst, because amethyst is just known, yeah, it opens your gifts, but aquamarine is a really good opening, spiritual gift opening stone, because aquamarine helps you feel a certain kind of harmony, and not many people know it, but your gifts lie within your throat chakra. There's a whole bunch of gifts there, such as clairaudience and being able to hear angels, and so you'll be able to hear them in your head or out loud. It depends on your set of angels and where you're at in your spiritual journey, but and your consistency as well. But aquamarine is literally just a stone of harmony, just feeling good. And what happens when you feel good? You start noticing the better things in life, especially when it comes to spirituality, and you become in such a high vibrational mode to where you feel really good. That's what aquamarine's about. If there's flies here, it's because I'm standing next to shade. There's a trash can that people have thrown something into, and some of the flies come over here because I don't know why. I mean, this is the shady spot on the beach. I don't know if you know it, but I have different video spots. Today's a really hot day, so I'm like, why don't I just do a video in the shade? Yeah, but aquamarine really just helps you calm down. So another crystal that's really good for opening your spiritual gifts is amethyst. I already said it. Why is amethyst good at opening your spiritual gifts? Well, amethyst is very good because it helps calm you down. Literally puts a shield over your mind. So if you pay attention to crystals that really help open your spiritual gifts, are basically crystals that help you be more protected. Black tourmaline's more protective than amethyst or any other crystal, but the thing with amethyst is it puts a shield over your mind. So when people try to get you upset, when people try to challenge you, and it helps you have patience as well, because you really do need patience when it comes to opening spiritual gifts. Because if you think you're opening your gifts in 2 days, or you're going to meet all your angels in 1 day or 1 night, you're going to get frustrated. And sometimes the way the angels work is they'll sit back and they'll just kind of wait and be like, okay, let's see how long this person can wait before we actually surprise them. And some of you give up in like a week. Some of you give up in less than a few days. And your angel's like, okay, this person really doesn't deserve to be able to talk to us because this person's not consistent. They don't have faith. they don't believe, etc. So sometimes after a year of just talking to your angels and you don't hear them at all, they just kind of all pop out at once and be like, hi, hello, and your gifts all open at once just because you were consistent and you played their waiting game. That's how angels work. They have all the patience in the world, and sometimes they'll literally just pop out and be like, they'll show themselves to you in full form and be like, hello. If you're on the right track and you're doing the right things, then you're going to see actual angels. If you're not, you'll just see biblically accurate angels, which are actually fallen angels in disguise. What else? Another crystal that's really good for helping you open your spiritual gifts. Yeah, amethyst is really good. I'm not going to recap these. You guys can rewind the video, especially because this is a very... I'm sweating now. This is a very random crystal topic video. And the next crystal that helps you open your spiritual gifts is actually dumortierite. So there's something about dumortierite that helps you. If anyone's seen the movie Lucy, that's kind of like the energy of dumortierite. It's kind of like, all right, it's basically like you unlock other parts of your mind that you didn't know was there. And now you're like, dumortierite has the ability to turn certain people into like almost like a superhuman. So when I started wearing dumortierite, I could read entire paragraphs in like a second. I'm like, Like I knew I was slow in college when I was reading, because I was probably the slowest reader in my college, because I like really reading things, but I processed the information so much quicker because dumortierite takes both halves of your spiritual brain and puts them together to the point where you're like, oh, I just understand. It's like no challenge about it. It's like, I understand. That's a really cool thing about dumortierite. Online advertises it as a study stone. Its psychic powers lie within you just unlocking different parts of your mind, and your spirituality really opens with dumortierite. It's not a popular stone. I don't know how to spell dumortierite. If I've typed out dumortierite to anyone in the past month or two, yeah, I probably spelled it wrong. It's named after someone, Dumortier. It's like a last name or something like that, but it's a really cool stone. The deeper blue, the better. It's hard to get really good dumortierite. I have dumortierite on my arm. It's the blue bird egg one, robin bird egg. But it's a really cool stone because it helps you literally tap into other parts of your mind that you're never going to be able to tap into without crystals. Now, the next crystal that's really good for spiritual gifts is, I would like to talk about two. These are back-to-back. One, I'll talk about, let's get a little wild for a second. Let's talk about, what's it called? Okay, the next two are tanzanite and iolite. Let's talk about iolite first. So they basically call this Viking's glass. It helps you see spiritual portals. It helps you see into the spiritual realm. It helps you astral travel. It helps you lucid dream. It helps you see portals in the ocean. It helps you, there's some interesting things I learned about iolite. You can literally see portals with it. Like you can, if you're having energetic portal problems in your house, and you basically want the ability to see where spirits or angels come and go, or ancestors, it literally opens some very interesting, weird stuff within you. And it's a challenging stone to get, and I eventually might have it on the website. It's kind of annoying to get because like the qualities kind of differ, and I'm very picky about quality, so eventually I'll have it on the website. But iolite's a different one. Iolite's a very strange stone. It's like, okay, talking about seeing things that other people can't see. It's like a gateway stone. It literally, you're seeing past physical images into the spiritual realm. I gotta talk about that stone a little more. We're gonna talk about that in the future because I've been finding out some very interesting stuff with iolite, especially from the people who get iolite for me that work with it, especially as a necklace. I think my next choker or something like that should be iolite because it's so strong. I just give myself an idea on the video, okay? You might see me with an iolite choker in the next video, geez. And I have labradorite on my ring as well. If you know what I was talking about before with portals and energetic portals, some of you can look into the labradorite, and you'll be able to see certain things that help you tap into your abilities. Now, the next crystal I'm going to talk about is tanzanite. So basically, it's kind of along the lines of iolite. It helps you open spiritual gifts that you really can't imagine that you have. It helps you perceive different energies that are not possible to perceive in this existence. And you better believe, we live in the 3D world. Everything's not 3D. Most of this world is, what you see is not actually what is. You can study law of attraction mentors for that. But what you're seeing is not actually what appears, as complicated as it sounds. But I'm looking at my wrist because I'm looking at some of these crystals. I'm like, I should really be talking about or even wearing some of these crystals in different places, like around the neck, because they're way stronger as necklaces. So tanzanite comes from Tanzania, Africa. It literally, it has colors in it. Let me put it like this. So basically, octopuses can see certain colors that humans can't imagine. And yes, I'm sweating now, wiping my face. Octopuses can see colors that humans can't imagine. Same thing when it goes to tanzanite. how can I describe a color to you that you've never been able to perceive before, but now you're able to perceive it and no one else can perceive it? So when you describe it, it doesn't sound like anything. It doesn't sound like anything anyone can even imagine. That's the energies of tanzanite and kind of iolite as well. Those two crystals are very interesting and they go very well hand in hand. And I'm really sweating out here. And the last crystal I'm going to talk about, I'm going to pick this one very, well, you know, Numite. Numite. Why Numite? It's because you guys want to go into your past lives. Your gifts comes from your past lives as well. I mean, essentially gifts come straight from God, but when we had a certain gift in a past life that really was nice to have and we didn't take that into this life, you can just go in a past life and just reaccumulate that gift as long as it's for good. Thinking about the next things I'm saying. Not used to the handheld view, but tell me if you guys like the handheld view on the camera. It's refreshing. It's different. With Numite, you literally go into past lives. It sends back negative energy from even past lives or people blocking your gifts, even from past lives, and it helps you tap into a whole dimension of just different energies that you need to spiritually awaken. So this video, it got kind of interesting because I was just going to talk about general spiritual gift crystals, and I was going to name a bunch, but I just named some really, really good ones. These are some really rare crystals. Numite is absolutely wonderful. The first time I had Numite, I went into a sleep for like 2 days, and I woke up with a bunch of information from my past lives, and I was like, whoa! I'm like, oh, I woke up with more crystal information than I had when I went to sleep, let's just say that. And that's awesome. So that's my summary. It's awesome. These crystals are awesome. They really are awesome. I'll try to introduce some of the more really rare ones on the website, even if they're smaller. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. This is a very straightforward video. I'm seeing how you guys like the shorter videos. I like making longer videos, but people have shorter attention spans. And if you would like longer videos, just say, hey, Stone Man, can you make your videos a little longer? Or some of you will be like, hey, I'm making them a little shorter. I learned that a lot of you just don't, you don't have a preference. But I like to know how people receive crystal information. Remember, you're never supposed to remember crystals. You're supposed to channel them. Like, you're not supposed to be like, oh, what does sodalite do? Just imagine if sodalite was with you. How would you feel? Calm. And that's actually another crystal that's really good for opening your spiritual gifts as well. Just in the sense that it keeps you calm. That's it. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.